I was quite willing to do that. I mean, it's just been good. I mean, I suppose if I was to have maybe tried and done it myself, I wouldn't have ever emotionally released a beat. So, you know, to know that I can make a tune and then they can release it and they can deal with it, and that takes a lot of pressure off me. I can just carry on making beats and kind of live in this free imaginary world of mine, innit? Like, so like that's a good thing. But I mean, yeah, that's how tempo happened. I was 16 when I made that tune. That was the third tune that youngster had ever cut of mine, and like I remember standing up forward, crap on. Do you know why I called it that actually? I can actually think honestly now, because we was talking about it before, but the reason why I did generally call it that is because all my mates at the time, they were MCs and that, and I used to like, I didn't have decks for a long time, and I used to DJ at youth centres and that, and I'd play this music and they'd be like, this is crackhead music, you're a crackhead. So I'd be like, nah bruv, trust me, this is going places, and they would be like, no, it's all about grime and hip hop and all that stuff. So I'm like, alright. So I suppose making that tune, I just thought, oh fuck it, I'll call it crap bong in it. So I suppose it don't really make sense in it, but to me it did at the time. But it is a regretful title in it for a tune. There's always like a new producer that's gonna like put a little spark in you, sort of. I don't know if this is the right word, but to sort of up your game kind of. You always get that new producer that will do something quite refreshing. So as long as that keeps on happening, I mean the music will keep moving forward, which is a good thing. The nights are getting good, there's more girls, so for anyone who says they know girls that know dubstep raves, trust me, there's a couple now still. But it's just enjoyable still. It's still quite, it's not got too like moody or anything, and like it's still quite nice, and you can, you know, I personally, I'll go to forward dressed like this, innit? I wouldn't really feel no way. So as long as I carry on feeling like that, I mean, dubstep's still going to be good to me, innit? So there's nothing I can really say much bad about it at the moment. It's still growing, innit? Don't take no notice of the studio, but like, I pride myself on the fact that that speaker's got no tweeter in it, and it's in the wrong place. It shouldn't be over there. That one's got a tweeter, and I've been working with that for about 4 or 5 months. That's like that's my PC, but it's like I've got it made up, like, and it's done. It's, you know something, the amount of fucking dirty shit that's been downloading on this year, it has not died on me yet. So like, considering I think I'm musical, that is what I use as a keyboard. That is shocking considering I've got a massive keyboard upstairs in my bedroom, but what can I say, innit? And that's the screen, man. Trust me, I've nearly killed my eyes with this. Like, I get headaches all the time looking at this, so I might have to upgrade to the flat screen soon. But I'll tell you honestly why I'm the biggest cunt on road. Because I've got a G5 sitting upstairs with Logic Pro 7 and I'm still not using it yet, and I've had it for about 6 months. So to be honest, this is just one little thing I'm doing. It's not mixed down, so if you see the little red light in the bottom corner, don't watch it, innit? This is the new thing. But this is what I'm just saying about musical things, like, just... cover that bit there with the red light.
So is that your new thing, yeah?
Check my MySpace. Oh, I'll check what that is in a sec. I can't remember. I tried to set one up, yeah, and I'm so dumb, yeah, I set one up in not the music section. So I've gone to upload tunes, it will only let me upload one tune, and like, I'm like, what? But so I had to redo it. So I'm not too sure what's what, but my MySpace thing is myspace.com/D1DJ, innit? So check that out for everyone that's, you know what I mean, wants to get in contact with. But I'll warn people now, I'm slack. So if I say I'm going to send you a CD, it will take me about a week, innit? So I don't want, you know, I just want to clarify this for anyone that I've ever let down with tunes or CDs and shit like that. It's not personal. It's just me, innit? Like, whatever you're doing, innit, just firstly believe in it. Be accepting of criticism, innit? At the end of the day, it's only going to help you. But know when someone's just criticising you to put you down, and know when someone's criticising you to help you. But I mean, always believe in what you're doing, and just try and be as different as you can. I mean, I won't lie, when I first came into seeing some of the tunes that I was making, I would turn around now and say sounded like other people. That's a thing that I think happens, but as you maybe get more involved in the scene, and as you build in more beats and stuff, you'll grow out of that anyway, and you'll come into your own. But I mean, just believe in what you're doing. If it feels that, oh, no one wants to play my beats and blah blah blah, it's nothing like that. You just need to carry on striving and doing what you're doing, and then dubstep's getting big now. So I mean, it's like the openings are there, they're always there. I don't really know what the plan is, but I suppose there should be more releases, really. Hopefully more the musical stuff that I'm doing, not so much like the proper hard stuff. Not that I don't mind that, but it'd just be good to, I think, for people to see maybe a more varied side of what I do than just, do you know what I mean, chipmunk tunes or just the hard bass heavy stuff. I'd like to see a couple more musical things come out for myself personally. I'm D1 and you're watching Dubfiles /X-Files / fucking FBI files / bear shit.
Years now. 11 years been DJing. Started drum and bass, fucking jungle, that stuff. I was about fucking 10, 11 when I got my decks. Started getting serious into it about 13, 14. Got on pirate radio when I was 15, up front, and just didn't stop. Just kept going and going. Dubstep's new, it's fresh, do you know what I mean? This ain't different. It's a nice environment of people, the raves are always good. It's more of a DJing kind of scene, do you know what I mean? Whereas all the garage scene and the grime scene, well, only them scenes really, which I was involved with, they was more like focus on the MCs. DJ would just be up in the box where it was dark, just DJ, and all the focus would be on the stage with the 5 MCs and all that. But now it's a pioneered kind of sound. You have to know what you're doing, and when you're DJing, do you know what I mean? People can see, they're watching you, appreciate what you're doing. So you get feedback that, so that's when you enjoy being a DJ. Back in the day, we was just starting, everyone was just coming together, throwing a party. We were just starting, seeing what was happening, do you know what I mean? Forward started, Sarah Soldier, she started that night. Yeah, it just built from there. Do you know what I mean? Started a nice little community with like people and that. Started coming down there, word got about. Yeah, it's good. Then they got a regular night every Friday night. That's now RAM every week. There's another night, DMZ. They do that once a month. That's all Digital Mystics lot. That's like the big one, like a couple of thousand people. Dubstep All Stars, Volume 1, mixed by me, Hatcher. And then the next one was Volume 4, I just done with Youngster. Now you can buy all different volumes, up to 5. And it will take you through the dubstep kind of eras, which is good. It's got different DJs on it, so every CD is a different style. Like, that was just my interpretation of dubstep there and then. They were the like producers that were doing it at the time. And like, yeah, it's a good crossover, do you know what I mean, of how it come together and whatnot. Now I suppose you've got a lineup of DJs. Every DJ's got his own style of dubstep, which is a good thing, because you ain't got a night of just the same fucking music. So yeah, it's good, man, it's good. Oh, it's kicking off everywhere, serious. It is. America's booming, it's bad out there, wicked feedback. All over Europe's kicking. Everyone's like feeling it, do you know what I mean? You turn up to raves now and there's a few hundred people waiting there for you. Rather than back in the days it was 80 people, 100 people. Now it's a good few hundred people. They're coming through from everywhere though, even abroad. There's some proper shit up producers, you know, that are knuckling down on it, spending good money on equipment and proper focusing on it. So yeah, it's going quick, man. Like, you'd hear a dubstep set and you wouldn't have heard any of the producers that have made any of the music now. And it'd still be an alright set. All the Digital Mystics lot, they always produce good stuff. Benga, Scream, fucking... There's a couple of people abroad that are doing good stuff at the moment. D1 and that, Chrome Star, loads of them. Loads and loads, I could go on forever. It's hard to keep yourself in touch with the producing side of it, but knowing them all, I can just jump in with each one of them like every now and again. So that's what I do every couple of months. I just get an EP out with someone. Do you know what I mean? Whoever it's going to be. But the last couple of months have been quite busy. Do you know what I mean? I've done a few bits for like Southside, Dubstars, Planet Moo, fucking loads of stuff. Loads of EPs were just finished that we're sending out, and yeah, it's all going well, man. It's coming together nice. Yeah, every Tuesday night, Kiss. And just everybody forward, like nearly every Friday when we get time. And then we're out of the country just as much as we're in the country, do you know what I mean? If not more. Abroad, so it's hard now, but for regular dubstep every week it's going to be forward. Do you know what I mean? And then you just hear of them from there. It just happens. This is me and Crazy D show on Kiss every Tuesday night at 1 o'clock. He's away in Jamaica, so tonight we'll have Viper covering. Viper and Mighty Mo next week. And yeah, we'll get some covers in for him and all that. But yeah, it's alright. Like, the scene is fucking growing fast, man. Everyone's booked everywhere. And it wasn't like that last year. I can see it going big. Like, it will blow, without a doubt. So, all the time, all the work, it would have paid off, hopefully. Do you know what I mean? That's where I'm hoping it to go. So things are only getting better by the year, so I can only see it keep going that way. I run Big Apple Records with 2 other guys, John and Artwork as well. And our first release was with Benga and Scream, Digital Mystics. Just done a double pack with Benga. That's flying out. Coke EP, be out in a couple of weeks. So the label's going good and strong at the moment as well. That all like originated from the record shop I used to work in, Big Apple. All the labels seem to be going well at the moment. So that's another good sign. Screaming that, I know their brother, like his older brother and that, from the shop from when I was young. Then I knew Scream when they was at school. They was like more younger kids. It wasn't till like Scream and that started getting involved in music. Like put them to one side and like, right, we'll collar you while you're young. Like young, do you know what I mean? Put them down that path. All you can do is just like guide them in the right way and just let them go. Then they do it themselves. It's how much time they want to put into it, how far they want to take it. So yeah, I'm quite happy that they focused on it, and that is now their living, Benga and Scream, because I knew them and their family and all that. So I've known Benga and Scream since they were like tiny, do you know what I mean? Now they're both fucking taller than me. They were sending their music out to record labels, and people weren't even giving them the time of day. And then I was taking their fucking CDs, cutting them onto dub, playing them in the dance, and it was fucking going off. And then people see what was happening. It's like, right, we'll have your CDs next time. You're watching Dubfiles, and I'm DJ Hatcher.
Well, I say what got me into dubstep was sort of really through grime. Like, they were the first sort of things I started hearing. Like, I used to be quite big into electronica and that kind of thing, and the grime compilations on Reflex. None of my friends liked it, but I just relentlessly played the Plastic Man tracks, Pump Up the Jam and Industrial Graft. Like, just used to play them over and over. And then the second one came out, and I was quite feeling it, but then it was a grower. That was the one with the Mystics on it and Code 9, and that sort of grew up. And then Simon Scott again from Tribe Records, he put Digital Mystics on at Subdub, and like I've been into the grime, and then at that time the MCs were getting big on the grime, and I wasn't really feeling it. I was sort of kind of into the dub and the drum and bass, but there was nothing there at the time really, because what I thought could be really good had sort of petered out and not been too good. But then I saw Digital Mystics on a system, like way back when they were proper early on the bill, like real short set, playing all like the rough and all the kind of the old Mystics tunes, all the old stuff, some of the tribally sounding ones, and yeah, it just blew me away. I was like, yeah, that's it. And there's Distinction, another big DJ up in Leeds. He was already well onto it, and I was at the College of Music, Leeds College of Music, doing the same course as him, music production, but I didn't really know him that well, because it's like, just kind of stuck to who I was with at the time. And then yeah, as I say, like once I knew that he was kind of DJing that kind of thing, I was like, oh, so you like this kind of dubstep thing, do you? And then he was sort of just starting off at the same time, and he was sort of getting a few DJ bookings, and then he played down at the first ever DMZ they did up in Leeds. That was around the time I started making my first dubstep tunes.